Since the founding fathers, the love of the land is something buried deep inside of us. It is our heritage, our history, our passion. And we are its greatest stewards. From the smallest blades of grass to the widest of nature's wonders, this is who we are. This is Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Bank, get out there. Big Frig, a way of life. Frank's Butcher Shop, Wyoming born, raised, and shipped to your door. Tacticam, always on the hunt. And by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Welcome to Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. I'm your host, Aron Treadwell. On this episode, we head out to northwest Colorado to take a look at a ranch with corn, irrigated alfalfa fields, over 2 miles of river frontage, and unparalleled hunting with trophy bulls and bucks year-round on this wildlife haven. And then it's off to Wyoming to check out a one-of-a-kind cattle ranch with exceptional water, highly productive hay ground, and incredible fishing. And while we showcase a few select listings on each episode, Hayden Outdoors has hundreds of properties from coast to coast listed on HaydenOutdoors.com. Now let's head out to Colorado, where I had a chance to meet up with some old friends and take part in a little Colorado wheat harvest. Man, it feels like old times being back here in July, and there's the combine with a big number 2 on it right there. For 10 years, I drove the number 2 combine at this place, and just kind of happenstance, I ended up out here 10 years ago helping them during wheat harvest, and the wagers really turned into family to me. So I'm really excited to be back here today and see where they're at. I know we're just a little bit early on wheat harvest, but I also know it's an exciting time of the year for them too, so it'll be a fun day hanging out with them. Hey, Jacob.
Alan.
Good to see you, man.
You too, man.
Feels like old times coming here in the middle of July.
Yeah, you spent a lot of days here.
Yeah, what was it? I think 10 years come out and did wheat harvest with everybody?
10 years for sure, man. You remember that sticker or that thing we printed and put on the back of your combine?
The one that said, this combine runs on, what was it?
Caffeine.
And stupidity? Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, Justin out in the field, I guess they're probably trying it, huh?
Yep. Yeah, Pete's coming back with a sample right now.
We'll go meet him maybe down at the scale house and see what you got, see if you're gonna finish cutting today or...
That's right.
So Golden Grain Farms is a 4th-generation farm out in northeast Colorado, run by a couple of brothers, Jacob and Justin Wagers, who have become great friends of mine over the years. And like I said, I used to run a combine with them years ago, and we had a ton of fun doing it. And this time every year, even though I'm in Missouri, I still get that feeling that comes with the anticipation of the upcoming wheat harvest. Pretty much where I expected to find him this time of year. How is it? How's it going, man?
Good.
Good to see you.
Good seeing you.
Kind of where I expected to find you this time of year, looking for a field since there wasn't a combine running.
Well, I want to keep you busy. I don't want you to just be sitting around doing nothing.
I don't work anymore.
You didn't really work when I met you.
Jacob and Justin have been at it for over 20 years on the family farm. And they really have a wealth of knowledge far beyond their years. And I have really learned so much just being around them.
What we're looking at here is, you put that in your mouth, and if it crunches real hard, you know it's ready to go. If it's a little soft, you might raise up the moisture. So elevator will take it up to 14.5.
See these right there, that's gonna be somewhere, probably my guess is 11, 12 moisture maybe. You're gonna have the combine come up here and test it and then run it back and test it at the house?
Yeah.
In the yard?
Yep. You got a sample bucket with you, right?
A couple of them, yep. We had to walk maybe right out there and see how that spot's a little bit darker, a little bit more shine to it a little bit. check and see if there's any actually green.
Shiny color, and then more of a just dark gold,
Yeah.
or a lighter gold. Those darker spots.
I don't know if you can see it when you're looking out through there, but there's like really light colored gold, and then intermingled into it, there's a darker spot that comes back through there, and it's a little bit shinier. If there's gonna find a wet spot, that's where it's gonna be.
You know, it's just a really exciting time. The excitement's in the air. You're getting prepped for wheat harvest. The kids can sense it as the wheat starts turning, and you can just smell that bread starting to get ready out in the field. You just know you're about to embark on a 2-week adventure that's long hours, and it's hot, and it's really exciting when the first combine leaves the yard.
So Jacob and Justin's story is pretty unique. As I said, they're 4th generation running the family farm, and they're as seasoned as they are for a reason. They were tested early with the loss of their dad.
Yeah, so my brother Jacob and I started managing the farm in 2005 when our dad was killed in a car accident. He was 25 and I was 23.
And is this the tube machine? Has it been the feeder house? Yeah, sometimes when we bump into people, you start exploring life patterns and stuff, and people are asked, hey, well, where did you go to college? Well, I went to college, graduated from college, but where I really learned life was when my dad died. And that's what, what I remember the most is the trajectory of growth that happened at that point. Here, Alan, here's your chance to be Jacob. Go monkey on top of that thing and climb down in there and bucket it out. Is it working?
You tell me if that's not ready.
Dang, there's a bunch of really dry.
If that ain't gonna work, nothing will.
Yeah.
We started farming together in 2001, so we've been doing it for 22 years together now. And he's extremely talented at tasks that I'm weak at, and I can perform tasks that maybe it's not his favorite thing to do, and just that back and forth ability to help one another's just made it a really successful career for us.
It's go time. Get them all back up, round them up from around the county and bring them in. Some of it's the soft light edges though, because it's pretty, some of it's a little shriveled, so that's the heavy cut edges. And you still see them green berries mixed in
What do you
there.
think? Is it good to go?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
So we're here for the official start of Wheat Harvest 2023. This is it.
This is it.
On a 2-year wheat crop, there's nothing like that feeling of the first harvest. And with that first field ready, I was excited to get back and see if they would let me in the driver's seat.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Big Frig, a way of life.
It's time to elevate your banking experience. Open an account with Outdoor Bank in under 5 minutes, anytime, anywhere. It's quick and easy. Instantly fund your account with a debit card, credit card, or wire transfer. Rest easy with advanced encryption and security protocols, ensuring your personal and financial information is protected. Start managing your finances, transferring money, and making payments right away. Open your account today and experience a different level of banking with Outdoor Bank.
At Hayden Outdoors, we truly value our team of professional land brokers and agents. They are knowledgeable individuals, share our love of the land, and are dedicated to excellent work ethics and attention to detail. We are currently seeking experienced land professionals from coast to coast to join the Hayden team. If you believe you're a good fit, please contact us at 866-741-8323. We look forward to hearing from you. This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Frank's Butcher Shop, Wyoming born, raised, and shipped to your door.
Hey folks, Billy at Frank's Butcher Shop in Wyoming. I want to talk to you about our bundle program right now. If you got a relative, favorite father-in-law, brother you want to ship meat to, this is a great program. We got everything from top quality beef, and you can pick out any steak you want, or you can go into our bundle program where we take the best of the best and we package it up for them as a gift. You can pick out the filet bundle, you can pick out the tomahawk bundle, and we'll have a combined bundle. And it's a great gift for any relative you have or friend or somebody you just want to say thank you to. Be sure to go to franksbutchershop.com and get your bundle today.
Now let's head out to Moffat County, Colorado to check out a property agent Lonnie Guston has listed, the Arambel Ranch.
My name is Lonnie Gustin, and we are on the Aron Bell. The ranch consists of 1,563 acres. There's about 2.5 miles of the Little Snake River. There's over ACFS of water rights for irrigation. Plus you have a couple of artesian wells that flow into a couple different ponds, which they have industrial rights off that they can sell off. Really the key feature of this ranch is its location as far as hunting units go. It's in an over-the-counter unit on one side of the river, located in hunting unit 3. And on the other side of the river is unit 2, which is a limited entry draw, known for big bulls and big bucks. It's also 5 miles from the Wyoming unit 124, also known for trophy quality animals. As far as just the hunting goes, it's incredible, but the income off of ranches are sometimes hard to reach in this area. This place has income off a gravel pit, and then on top of that, you have the artesian wells that flow into the ponds, which they have industrial rights on, so they can sell that water off. They are currently getting over $50,000 a year selling that water out. Just off the feed off this place with the silage and the hay, you're looking at over $300,000. And then on top of that, if a guy did want to lease the hunting out, that could bring $100,000 to $150,000 on top of everything else. When I think of the Aron Bell, I think of legendary. I mean, I don't know of any other place like it. And you will drive past this place in the middle of the day, and those big bulls will be right out in the fields. You just can't compare with it. Half of it's in an over-the-counter unit where you can harvest unit 2 and Wyoming 124 bulls that migrate into this place because of the feed. I will tell you that very seldom does a ranch come up where you can shoot 360-inch bulls plus in an over-the-counter unit every year.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Bank. Get out there. Introducing Hayden Outdoors Mercantile. Get your own Hayden Outdoors branded gear for your life outdoors and more. Offering a variety of branded gear and apparel, from finely crafted clothing, handmade leather accessories, coolers, drinkware, hats, and more, from popular brands like Orvis, Big Frig, Tacticam, Cool, and more. So go to HaydenOutdoors.com, pick up your collection of Hayden gear, and join the stampede. Hayden Outdoors Mercantile, ride for the brand.
It's time to elevate your banking experience. Open an account with Outdoor Bank in under 5 minutes, anytime, anywhere. It's quick and easy. Instantly fund your account with a debit card, credit card, or wire transfer. Rest easy with advanced encryption and security protocols, ensuring your personal and financial information is protected. Start managing your finances, transferring money, and making payments right away. Open your account today and experience a different level of banking with Outdoor Bank.
The Tea Lake Ranch spans over 12,500 deeded acres in Washington's Franklin County. The ranch offers 629 acres of water rights, including 270 acres of irrigated cropland. Roughly 11,829 acres are rangeland, while a feedlot sits on an additional 105 acres. There are multiple shops and barns, and the ranch is currently running approximately 6,000 head of cattle. For more information, call Brian Clark or Paul Valentine or visit HaydenOutdoors.com. For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, visit www.HaydenOutdoors.com.
Now let's head to Lincoln County, Wyoming to check out a property Hayden's own Bill Vosick has listed, Cokeville Legacy Ranch.
I'm Graham Jacobs with Hayden Outdoors, and today we're here with Tim Tykert out here on the Tykert Ranch on the Bear River. So here on the ranch you have about 8,600 acres. How much rangeland do you have? I know you have multiple pivots here, and then obviously we just have irrigated pasture ground, but what's the approximate breakup of that?
There's about 2,500 acres of meadow. We get the one crop of the grass hay off of that, and then we'd have about 1,200 acres of pivot ground. Some of that is in alfalfa, some's in sainfoin. The other thing that we've tried to do is, whether it was the sagebrush ground or the pasture ground or even the meadow ground, is we've gone through and we've tried to aerate. And so by aerating it, it has allowed the water to go deeper. It seems like we've gotten more nutrients, and our grasses have just become better.
And with this here, how many cows are you guys currently carrying right now?
Right now we're running right at about 1,000, 1,100 cows.
Okay.
And with that, we're still probably selling right around 2,000 ton of hay. When we kick out in the springtime, we just typically, we open a gate, turn the water on out into the pastures, and the cows pretty much take the calves and they go out into the BLM. We put in 12 stock wells up on the hills to get the cows out of the draws.
Okay.
And then in July, we'll open up the gates down in the pasture where we've aerated, and then we'll leave the cows there until we've finished haying, cross them across the county road, and we'll go right down into the meadow. And then we have really 5 big fields that we just move them up the meadow and then end up at the home place when we ship the calves out, and then done. I think the big thing about the ranch is the birds. You'll just see tons and tons of birds on the place. In 2008, we started doing a project with Partners for Wildlife, and they came in and put in some agri-drains and helped us with some dikes to basically dam up the water in the sloughs. And so we're on the Pixley ditch, and so when we put the dam in, it just floods out. This is really a flat valley. There's not much drop, and so as you start flooding, it just becomes a large lake. The Partners for Wildlife people really like it because it creates so much habitat for the migratory birds. We have just tons and tons of Canadian geese, sandhill cranes, and then the ducks. You can drive the entire ranch on a four-wheeler, and you don't have to really worry about any neighbors. You're private. Your range, we're out there by ourselves. It's just nice that when everybody else is sorting their cows, rounding them up, ours are down here in the meadow, and we're putting pounds on them. And it's just easy. I don't want anybody to know that, because as I said, I'll get replaced. And so there's some little ducks right over there in the slough right behind you.
A whole bunch of them there.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Tacticam, always on the hunt. Nestled in the beautiful Cherry Creek Valley, Three Canyons Ranch consists of 1,222 acres in the breathtaking landscape of southwest Colorado. There are multiple year-round water sources for an array of wildlife, creating an exceptional hunting property. The ranch boasts a 4-bedroom, 5-bath Colorado-style home and a working cattle ranch amidst the awe-inspiring Rocky Mountains. For more information, contact Wendell Qualls or visit HaydenOutdoors.com. The Frank story started when Billy Brenton learned quality Wyoming beef was not readily available to everyone at an affordable price. Billy's vision of Frank's Butcher Shop came to life to bring Wyoming-raised beef, cut straight from your personal butcher, fresh to your table. Visit franksbutchershop.com and take 25% off for subscribing and enjoy delicious, high-quality, dry-aged beef. Frank's, Wyoming-born, raised, and shipped from our door to yours. Looking to sell your land quickly? Hayden Outdoors offers online land auctions through our auction platform and mobile app. In just 45 days, we can list your property, design and launch a property marketing plan, and host an online auction through our proven online auction platform. Contact one of our land professionals today to learn more about land auctions at HaydenOutdoors.com. For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, Visit www.haydenoutdoors.com.
Grandpa built this schoolhouse in 1966.
Now this is the sample from the field we were just at, and we're going to pour it in here, and we're going to check our moisture and our test weight here. And now we wait.
11.7. Oh, missed it by 0.2. The Wagers have been farming their ground for nearly a century, and as any farmer knows, you have to adapt and overcome to turn a profit, to keep things going throughout the years.
It's a weird, ironic blessing. After 18 years, you can't know your narrative without it. So when you still tell people you lost your dad young, they apologize, but you're like, yeah, it wasn't what I would sign up for. But I wouldn't know who I am today without that event. When it happened, it injected youth into agriculture, right? It's one of the few businesses you can kind of bury your head in the sand for a while and you might get away with it for a generation or two, but sooner or later, the world's changing.
A lot has changed on the farm since Jacob and Justin took it over. They're both highly passionate about their work. They're constantly searching for better and more efficient ways to produce the harvest. And speaking of harvest, I was given the go-ahead to jump in the driver's seat on the first field of the season. I guess we'll see if I can remember how to do this. I'll follow you. How do I take the brake off?
There is no brake.
There's a skip spot back there, Sean. Yeah, I'm just going to turn around, go to that end, and start cutting that headland out.
No idea what I'm doing here, so just be ready for anything.
Just be aware your grain cart is wider than your tractor. Oh yeah, you betcha.
This is my favorite part of wheat harvest. Literally is talking on the radio, listening to the radio banter. Hopping in that combine and driving down those familiar roads, it had me feeling pretty nostalgic and really reflecting on what our farmers put in to get to these moments of harvest. Man, it's cool to be able to look out over this ground and, you know, all the hard work that these guys do. I mean, you think about the hours on the tractor and a combine and a sprayer and everything, and every one of these fields that you see, and there's people that work hard all over this country. But our farmers work harder than anybody.
How's that seat feel? Is it familiar?
I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous whenever I jumped in here, but once I started down the road, it feels pretty good.
Okay, this is what we call the moment of truth. Auto steer, sounds good. 2023, my last wheat harvest was 2019. I ran nothing but John Deere machines, so everything is completely foreign to me. No pun intended. There's just something about being out there on that combine, in the wide open country, harvesting a crop with years of work and prayers put into it, especially on ground like the Wagers farm, where their dad and his dad before him worked the ground, made memories, and brought up their sons to choose to follow in their footsteps.
The land has a mixed emotion to it. It's something I've always been around. One way I describe it though is I've always been connected to what we do here, and I didn't always own something, right? So owning the land isn't necessarily the connection, because when I was a kid, I loved it. I didn't own anything, right? Now we own a chunk of it, and that has its own narrative, right? You got your business perspective in that, like what's the effective rate of return? There's times when it challenges your occupation of farming to think like a businessman with your land, while at the same time thinking as an agriculturalist, as a farmer. I don't know if we fully understand all that we have, because we've always been here. And so I try to keep some type of perspective when I talk to other people, what it feels like to stare off where our house is built, we can see for miles. And to watch a thunderstorm roll in the west is an experience I've repeated my entire life, and I still think it's one of the most amazing things that there is. To hear somebody who says, you get clouds like that? Like, yeah. So yeah, there's much to be appreciated, right?
Well, that was fun. I didn't really think I was gonna get a chance to drive a combine when we came out today, but man, what a great day. This is such a happy day for those guys. It's the start of harvest. like coming to the end of all their hard work. I was glad I was able to be here with them, but it was just so much fun. I mean, these guys got 2 weeks of work ahead of them. They're gonna have a ball, I know, and part of me wishes I could stay here with them. Big thanks to Jacob and Justin for having us out and sharing their story. They're driven and passionate businessmen who share deep roots in the ground that they farm day in and day out. And if you've got a story or event you would like featured on Life on the Land, be sure to let us know, because it's genuine folks all across this country that make this such a special place to buy up some ground and live life on the land.
For more information on any of our great properties for sale, please call 866-741-8323 or visit us online at HaydenOutdoors.com.